Hey everyone, I'm Gloria S. Crump, the Queen of Real Estate at the Coast Leaders Realty Group. Thank you for joining this week's Tea Crumpets. And today I have the Beach Moms. The owners are Morgan Gillette and Angel Bennet as their concierge company down here.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us. I'm really excited about having y'all here because I've always been kind of curious what all y'all do. So I think this is going to be a fun video today. So tell us a little bit about the history and how y'all came up with the concept of the company.
I went to a condo opening one night, and we were the only ones there, so it was kind of coming up a conversation.
Yeah.
And my previous life, I was a marketing director, and I thought,
marketing.
I wanted to be connected to the community.
Yes.
Because everything I did was outside of the U.S., nothing even in the local community.
Oh, wow.
And Mom was a flight attendant, and she was looking to retire, and I made a joke, like, what if we did a concierge company? You don't have to argue with your spouse when you get here, and your food's already there, and the kids can go right to the beach.
Someone can just take care of all the little details while you actually enjoy your trip.
Start your vacation as soon as you get here versus 3 hours in a grocery store.
Oh yes, that is
so
great.
That's how it started.
That's awesome. So what areas do you service? Are you just mainly, like, when you say local, are you Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, and
we're Perdido Key, Orange Beach, Gulf Shores, and Fort Morgan.
I gotcha.
And we do some stuff in Foley as well.
Yeah.
Just little things like for private dinner parties and things like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's good to know. And plus, too, Foley is starting to become a little bit more of a tourist destination with all the sports.
It is.
Well, that's because our island's getting smaller.
That is
true.
We
They
got to spread
say,
out.
small town, big beach. Well, the town's gotten smaller.
Yeah.
A lot of people have moved in the last couple of years.
They have. And so, now what services do y'all offer? So you mentioned a couple little things, but what all do y'all do?
For our visitors, it is everything except booking your rental. So we will do your grocery shopping and deliver it before you arrive. We have great relationships with all the rental companies.
But we also put it away before they arrive.
Right. So
which is the key. I mean, there's all kinds of other things going on with people delivering. But usually the guest has to be there. We have access to their units or homes that they're renting before they arrive, so we get in and we actually put everything away. So all they literally have to do is walk in with their luggage and do whatever their vacation's begun.
That's awesome. I mean, that's a huge headache.
It's a huge thing.
And if anyone has been down here on a Saturday during the check-in time frame, if you even think about going to the grocery store or Walmart, I mean, you can be in there for a few hours just waiting to check out. I'm not kidding you. They had police there to monitor.
Yes.
It is wild sometimes.
Well, we have to do grocery shopping for ourselves too.
Yeah.
And when tourists don't use us, you will. When I go into the grocery store, Publix or Rouse's, the whole family comes in that are on vacation to do the shopping. I understand why that happens, but that's so much time consumption.
It is.
So if you have spent 6 to 10 hours or longer traveling, and then you get your luggage all in the house, and then everybody has to load back into the car and head to whatever store they're going to. Your vacation hasn't even started yet. You have left home and you're still working.
Yeah.
You spent your whole first day generally getting acclimated and grocery shopping and deciding meals. Where when people place their order with us for just their grocery shopping, we call them, we go over their grocery list with them. We've done this for so long now that, say for instance, they're having tacos and they've ordered the shell, they've ordered the hamburger meat, but they forgot the seasoning, it's not on their grocery list. So we'll say, oh, did you need taco seasoning? And it's like, oh, or they're buying hamburger meat and they're going to make hamburgers one night, but they don't have ketchup or mustard on the list.
Yeah.
So we'll say, hey, are you bringing the ketchup and mustard with you, or do you need pickles, or, so we get a feel.
That's where the mom part comes in. That's why it's so good, because y'all know. That's great.
Yeah.
It is. And you don't realize how many different types of bacon there are, and how many different types of egg there are. Or now, I think there are like 20 different nut milks. And so they'll put, just milk.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what kind would you like?
Yeah,
so
2%.
Right.
Yeah.
We go through all those details with them.
Well, I think y'all's name, that just shows that y'all y'all have that motherly side. So the name is perfect for y'all because that's awesome. Because so many people, like, you know, if they go put in their order, that definitely differentiates y'all from putting in your order somewhere like, let's say, like Walmart. You know, they're not going to call you up like, hey, did you forget the ketchup? I mean, that is definitely a personal touch there that
And
sets y'all
when we
apart.
pick the produce and when we're picking items that the customer or the guest has ordered, we shop as if we're buying it for ourselves. We don't pick up a bruised apple and put it in the bag just because it's
you're in
there.
a rush.
We will ask the produce manager, hey, you got any more apples in the back, or do you have any more spinach in the back, or whatever it is that we need, that we're looking at what they have out and it's like, I don't think I want that. So they'll bring it out.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. Yeah. So, I mean, that's just one of the services. And y'all do restaurant reservations
We
too.
do restaurant reservations and a lot of restaurants that do not take reservations, and that's really helpful. What we're seeing trend-wise is a lot of larger families coming, like
For sure.
20 plus people coming.
Well, now they have all these houses that can accommodate, you know, your long lost cousins.
Correct. So we'll do the reservations. We work a lot with personal chefs.
Oh,
We have a lot of personal chefs, and they
that's
can
great
do.
to know.
It is, and you can
I have
do.
clients that come down and ask me, hey, we want someone to come and cook for us, and who do you know? Now I can say, well, just call the
Just call the beach moms.
That's right.
But we've got, you know, the fine dining side of it. With the chefs, we have drop-off meals. This year we are introducing an actual pig roast. Well, the chef will go and sit outside and roast your pig all night long with all the fixins. So it really is based on the demand within the community.
Well, I love that y'all are also thinking outside the box along with your vendors, so to speak, because, I mean, who would have thought about pig?
Right?
Amazing. That's awesome.
Well, who thinks about, people call us and they'll say, well, what is there to do there? You see that on what's happening in Gulf Shores or what's happening in Orange Beach. I'm coming down with my 80-year-old parents. What ideas can you give us, or something to that effect?
Sure.
So when they call us, we can give them ideas.
Yes.
Okay, how about this? Or if they need physical, what's it called? Say, for instance, one of their elderly parents need a wheelchair to get down to the beach or whatever. We have vendors that we can have
Reach
them
out.
call, or we can call and make that arrangement for them and have it delivered, and then have it picked up when they're ready to leave. We had a family come in from
Switzerland.
Switzerland,
Oh, wow.
I guess about a month and a half ago.
It was in August of last year.
Okay. So
She's like me
she
all the
needed
time.
Time flies by, so the older I get,
When
the
you're
faster
busy,
it
it
goes.
definitely does.
They needed the concentrator, the oxygen concentrator that they had was not sufficient for their needs, and it was Friday at 4:00.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, where do I go? What do I do?
Yeah, they were definitely clueless coming from
Yes.
Switzerland.
And I called a company over in Fairhope, and I said, look, this is where they came from. This is what I need. Can you please stay open so they can get this for their father?
Yeah.
And they stayed open until 5:30 until they could go up to Fairhope and pick it up. And
That's amazing.
we had wheelchairs, beach wheelchairs, and regular wheelchairs, and
And he was here for a medical treatment. or
toiletries.
medical
Yeah. So I
consultation.
mean, we get a lot of different requests.
Yeah. Well, I love that y'all are able to accommodate them, just the different requests that you get, because sometimes, I mean, I'm sure every year there's like, wow, we didn't realize we'd never get asked that. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, let's put that down on the list. That way
Correct.
we can, just like
Yes.
that,
Correct.
We
an
had
oxygen tank. It's like, oh, I've never thought.
Yep.
Right.
We had a bride last year who called us 2 days before her wedding, and they were eloping. She and her husband were eloping. And she said, I know this is a really weird request, but I need help getting into my wedding gown.
Oh.
And so one
Beach
of our
moms
beach
to the
moms,
rescue.
one of our beach moms went over and helped her into her wedding gown.
It was just her and her groom. There was,
Right.
Yeah,
there was
she didn't want
nobody
him
else.
to
Right.
see her before.
Right.
Right.
So
So-
she took pictures, and she actually walked the bride down the aisle to him. And so we get to play really important parts in people's
You do.
lives and create memories.
That's a very rewarding. I don't know. That would
It
be
is.
very rewarding.
It is
Yes,
very
and they've
rewarding.
become really good friends now. So
That's awesome. She's in all the photos. I'm like, who's this lady? Well, this is the beach mom. This is my beach mom.
That's right.
Yeah, that's awesome. And what other things do y'all do other than the restaurant? Oh, picnics. Y'all mentioned earlier the picnics on the beach.
We do picnics on the beach, and we can handle up to 40 people. This
wow.
year we have, or this Friday, we have a 50th year anniversary vow renewal that we're doing with a small family.
Oh, wow.
We do weddings and events also. So the picnics are fun. They're a lot of work, but they're a lot of fun. They're so rewarding, and to see their faces when they walk down there and they bright up like, oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
It's a lot of fun for the bachelorette parties. We do that.
Yes.
And so
Bachelor parties.
Bachelor and bachelorettes. And so what seems to be, and I know we talked about there's a lot of popular, requests, but what seems to be one of the top few that y'all get a lot of times? Other than going to the grocery store, I think I might get y'all to start doing that.
Right. Our personal chef services are very big. We actually this morning booked 2 for August and 1 for October just this morning.
Oh, wow.
So they are fast and furious. We
Yes.
get a lot of requests. We have a number of menus from which to choose, whether it's a sushi chef or some ethnic cuisine like a Thai or a Vietnamese or Greek.
Yeah.
And then we have our traditional menus. We have the drop-off meals. So they're very busy. We keep them very
Right.
busy. through the year.
Now on your website, is this information on your website as well? All right, good. We'll have that
Yes.
here on the video.
Yeah, if they go to thebeachmoms.net or even on our Facebook page, under services, they can see all the things that we
will definitely.
and if it's not on it, they can give us a call and we'll figure it out.
We do this. I think that's great. And so y'all actually just opened a brother company.
A brother company,
A
yes.
brother company. It's called the Beach Dads, which I love this. This is amazing. So tell us a little bit about your brother company.
So the Beach Dads is owned by my brother, her son, and it was an idea that we had a few years ago, about a year into starting the Beach Moms, so we've just held on to the name. And this year, my brother, who has worked at rental companies in the area, directors of maintenance and things, decided, you know what, let's do this. Let's start a handyman service company.
I think that's great.
So it is a veteran-owned company, and he is very, comes from a place of integrity, very much like us. I mean, we are family, but he is a very moralistic, integrity-based individual.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I think can set him apart from others is his attention to detail. He's going to show up, and he's going to make sure that the job is finished.
She's not on island time.
He's not on island time. As a matter of fact, he is on
Answer the phone.
more military time than anything.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So they're a lot of fun.
That's what he should do, advertising. Well, instead of island time, I'm on military
I'm on
time.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll have to tell him that.
Yeah, I'll take credit for that.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, better known. So there you go.
That's right.
You won't have to worry about that. And that's something that we were talking about a little bit before. Not only does he can help people who are owners that self-manage, but also realtors.
Realtors, absolutely.
Yes.
If you have a buyer that needs to get their property ready to be sold, or you have a new owner that wants to have pictures hung, or new ceiling bands, or light fixtures, things like that, then he can take care of all of that for you. So you're not going, who do we call and praying that someone shows up.
Exactly.
Or if a guest has poked a hole in the wall or something, or tore a door off the hinge, he can do the sheetrock work and things like that.
Typical handyman services.
But if there's electrical work that needs to be done, or plumbing that needs to be repaired or fixed, he has vendors that he can call that have been vetted that will do the job.
Like
and he oversees.
y'all are one-stop shop. You pick up the phone, we call you. You're like, hey, I got somebody for that.
Right.
And then that we don't have to go down the list of trying to find somebody to take care of it.
Exactly.
Same thing with your son.
A few weeks ago, there was a family here from Texas who had bought a couple of different condos in Gulf Shores. You can tell them the story.
And he was calling for childcare, and I said, "Are you going to self-manage?" And he said, "We are." And I said, "Well, just to let you know, we have a company called the Beach Dads, and this is what they do. If you ever need assistance, let us know." And he goes, "Are they available this weekend?" And so my brother Tony and his girlfriend Tammy, who co-owns the company with us, they spent the rest of the weekend working with him, and they've done other things with him, and now they are his go-to person.
That's amazing.
It's been easy for him, and he goes, "I wish I would have found you 2 weeks ago, and we wouldn't have had to do it."
Well, and I do have a lot of people that do the self-manage, and they're just like, we know people who can do the cleaning, but they don't know someone who can actually do the maintenance.
Correct.
And that's where, it's great to have this contact, because we're like, hey, now we can help you. And, we're just a point of reference and contact. So that's good to know that he's able to even help people even get their places ready to live too. So that's awesome.
Yeah, and I think that's the cool part. I mean, the beach moms are taking care of our locals and our tourists from a social perspective, and making sure everything goes the way that they want it to do so they can make those memories. And then the beach dads on the backside is keeping the property running, and so they don't have to stress about what is going on, so their guests can have an amazing experience.
Well, it sounds like y'all definitely are both work well to relieve stress overall.
We may have some.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's what I
take on their stress.
That's what I say with real estate. It's like, we're like a duck on the water. Everything looks smooth up the top, but underneath we're just paddling like hell. And it was like I handle the stress so my clients don't have to.
That's right.
So I can definitely relate in that. That's awesome. And then another thing about Beach Moms is that I definitely want to point out that y'all have won Best of Baldwin 4 years in a row.
We have very honored.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's Best of Concierge that we've won, and for it being a completely new concept in the area and having the community and the guests and the rental companies just kind of embrace the concept has been amazing. It's quite an honor to be voted.
And y'all, and we didn't touch on this, but y'all been in business for 5 years?
5 years.
February 20th, 2020.
Yes. Right before COVID.
Yes.
Yes. So
we were going to launch our website. We were going to launch our website the day that the world shut down.
Yeah.
And they were kind of like, oh gosh, what do we do? And I'm like, no, we've got 6 weeks to market.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna Facebook the heck out of this and
well,
get our name out
people didn't want to get out and about with COVID. So actually, it was probably worked out really well for locals.
It worked out.
It was godly.
Very much so, because we had people going, I don't know if this is gonna work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, this is gonna work. And then of course nobody wanted to go shopping. Guests were coming down, and
it was the demand.
Demand, because we never saw our guests. We still probably have not met 95% of our guests.
Yeah.
Never even laid eyes on them.
Well, and the year we started, once the beaches opened, I think there were a lot of new guests that came here because people weren't flying.
Yeah.
So people that were driving that would have gone to Florida, they come through here going,
Exactly.
wait a minute, we didn't even know this existed
I
here.
know.
And look at how we've grown.
Exactly.
In this area.
It has been,
it's crazy.
It really has. And another award I won was a Small Business Award from the Chamber for last year.
Yes.
So that's amazing.
Yes.
I was telling them earlier, they're small but mighty. So.
It's been an absolute honor. Just to be embraced by the community.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people see what we do and they understand that it's a lot of work, but what a lot of people don't understand is the money that we put back into businesses and how many businesses we've helped to kind of kick off.
Yeah.
We exclusively shop with Rouse's. They're local Gulf Coast. Yep. And we've had a great relationship with them from the beginning.
And they're a great grocery store.
They're a great grocery store. There are things that we need special ordered, and they will help us.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Their produce guy called me 2-3 weeks ago, and they're increasing their organic produce section, which we've been asking for. So now they're doing it. But also companies like pontoon companies and captain companies and rentals and it's just been the chefs. I mean, it's been great to see all these other companies
benefit from y'all's entrepreneurship.
Correct.
Yeah,
it's
y'all's
not just
vision.
us, right?
Exactly. I think that's amazing that y'all have been able to just help benefit other people and help their vision, their entrepreneurship, whatever it may be.
I think Angel had been here just a few years when we started the company, because she moved here from DC. I bought my condo in 2007 in Gulf Shores, but I wasn't here that often because I was flying all the time.
Yeah.
So I think when we started the company, particularly with the locals, what we call locals here, the ones who were born and raised here, that have been here for many years, was to build the integrity. Yes. We say we're going to do this, but as a lot of small businesses, you start out good, and then somewhere along the line you lose your vision or you kind of falter along the way. But our integrity, I believe, doing what we say we're going to do when we say we're going to do it, has played a huge factor for overwhelming to us at times community support.
Oh, for sure.
To where even
We made our mistakes along the way, but we've
Oh, yeah.
learned from those
Oh,
mistakes.
for sure. That's the
Yeah.
whole point of it.
but we haven't made that many mistakes. I mean, we're perfectionists. Pretty
well, if you're
much.
going around looking at the bruised apples and saying we need some better apples, I think that means you're a perfectionist.
Yeah,
so
we're
that's
pretty-
good.
So I am so thankful, and it is very humbling for the community to respect us and to think as highly of us as they do. Because
Yeah.
without that community support, we wouldn't be close to where we are today.
You would be getting the referrals.
Angel's marketing skills has been fantastic. She's a whiz at it.
That's awesome. You'll make a good
But
team.
us doing what we do is because of the integrity.
Well, you can tell that y'all enjoy it. So, I mean, I can already tell that this is something that y'all really love doing.
Me
So
too.
It is.
I definitely can see that. So, yeah, well, hopefully, just people who haven't heard of you might see it on, the video and reach out to you. And I definitely know I'll be needing y'all. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I do have clients all the time about the chefs too. So that's great to know. And just even grocery shopping. So that's
Right? See, I'm one of those rare people that actually enjoy it, so.
well, I'll be calling you. Katie can vouch. I do not like to grocery shop. I'm going to my mother's.
Well, that's what we say. That's our
I work
tagline,
all the
you know,
time.
call
Yeah,
them
but
out.
yeah, there you go. That's why I see. Point made.
That's right.
Yep, I love it. It was a perfect name, and I'm glad to hear about the beach dads. That's amazing.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
looking forward to seeing that grow as well.
Thank
So
you.
good deal.
Thank you for inviting us
Yeah,
on today.
definitely. Thank you for
Absolutely.
being here. Thank y'all for watching, and we appreciate it. And looking forward to working with y'all. Thank you.